In this lecture, we are going to cover a very interesting topic, that is how to pass an array to a function. As we have already learned in one of our previous lectures that an array name is pointer to base address. So that means when we declare an array, a pointer variable with the same name as the array name is automatically created in the memory, and that contains the base address. So if I have got an array and I want to pass this array to a function, like in this case I have got an array R and I am calling this function sample and I am passing this array R, it will be considered to be a typical example of call by reference. The reason being that I am not passing any value, I am passing the array name, and as you know, the array name is nothing else but pointer to base address. So this in this example, this base address, that is the name of the array, would be passed and it would get stored into this formal parameter pnt. So that means when the control will go into this sample function, pnt2 will start pointing to the array that was declared in the calling function main. Let me show you the diagram. This is my calling function main, whereby I have got this array R. Array name is pointed to base address, so I have assumed my base address to be 101. So when R would be passed to the calling function, the formal parameter pnt should be a pointer variable and that would contain the same base address. Now you can see clearly from the picture that the array is only 1. There is no copy of the array in the called function. We have just passed the base address. So this array is being pointed to by two pointer variables. First one is the name of the array R and second one with the pointer variable pnt, and pnt is the local variable of the sample function. Now when I would pass this array name, it will go into pnt, and rest of the things that are taking place from within the body of the sample function, they can be understood quite easily, because we have already covered this topic, how we can traverse the array elements using pointer notation. For example, the first time value of n is 0, condition will be applied, condition is true, and just concentrate on the right side of this assignment operator. I mean this concentrate on this expression. First, the value of for the first time the value of n is 0, so pnt plus 0 will point to the base address, which happens to be 101, because pnt is containing the base address. 101 plus 0 means 101. As you know, star is value at address operator, so it will come out to be value stored at address 101, which is nothing else but this value 10. So plus 100, 100 will be added to this value, it will become 110, and this 110 will get stored at address location 101 as a value, because we are using star. Again the control will go up at the last component of this loop. Value of n will be incremented by 1, that will become 1, and condition would be tested. Condition is 2, it will come down to the following statement. Now pnt plus 1, as per the pointer arithmetic, this expression will be the result of this new expression would be 105, as we have learned that in pointer arithmetic actually the size is added, not a literal 1. So the current value of pnt is 101, and as the size of int is 4, now pnt plus 1 will point to 105, this location, and using star, that means we will be picking up the value stored at address 105, which is 15. 15 plus 100 will come out to be 115, and 115 will be stored at address location 105 as a value, and it will go on like this. So we can learn that in case we pass an array to a function, it is just like a typical example of call by reference. So one more thing, the same program can also be written by using this notation, like at the place where we have mentioned the first let me execute the program with the same format. Okay, this is the output. You can find out that when the control returned back to the calling location and we got the value printed, all the values of the elements printed on the screen, it used the new values because it was called by reference. So whatever values we changed, those were reflected back upon the array elements. Now what I am going to show you is you can where you have mentioned your formal parameter, instead of using star, there is another notation, that is empty square brackets. If I execute the program, it is going to be executed in the same manner. So always remember, passing an array to a function is a typical example of call by reference.